Hi, greetings everybody. Mulishani, how's everyone? A lot is going on, guys. How are you? By TikTok, Mulishani. Let me just share. We get started in a little bit. We get started. We'll be let's share. Tien to share before we get started. Hi. Mulishani won't say. Yeah. Mulishani won't say. Mao Sampa is still arrested. Still there, guys. Oh. Yeah, Mao Sampa is still arrested. My KB Zulu still being followed. We don't know where we are going. I'm still setting up my cameras, guys. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. How are you, Bena? Lusaka in the bew. Va Miriam Mudishan. Chiteni share. Chitani share. Bena Lusaka. Comments, guys. Where are you watching from? Naikosa. Naikosa Muzambia. Pazed Naikosa. A lot is going on. Hi, Va Miriam. Memory, how are you? Avena Lusaka. Yes, guys, how are you? How's everyone getting situated, Panuka? A lot of topics, guys. Long time, how are you? Yes, we are live both on Facebook and TikTok. Please share. And if you are new to the channels, welcome. We are also on YouTube, so follow Queen Pumi on YouTube to catch up on all the videos you have missed. Yes, follow Queen Pumi on YouTube. All the videos are downloaded there. Yeah, so area share. But you know, a lot is going on, guys. Kutu wafirwa na pa kwambira okulanda. There is a thing about the extermination is another trending story where the Zambia Army commander said he received instructions from the chief, from the commanding CIC, chief commanding officer. Yeah. So there is a lot of stories too. Wafulungana pa kwambira. Kuli story yaba Zambia Army commander. Okobale, but we shall exterminate miners. That is another sad story. We shall talk about that. Kuli story ya succession is another developing news. Kuli developing news. Yabas Bao Sampa still arrested there. We shall talk about that as well. Of course, we are Team Makebi. So Kuli story about Makebi trending. But Makebi has gone to his home region, and is being followed by Konka. So we shall talk about the following. Why are these people following Makebi? Others vale yendera, but Makebi is in a problem. Yeah, and then we are going to talk about, I say the succession, but we are going to talk about this trend of hatred. Urulupato lwaba mu Zambia, when a president is ailing, you know, ukulwala is a natural process. Umuntu onse ati mushurumbule mfa mulandashani mweba bemba. Everyone who was born of a woman has to die. And we are all of us at a point in our lives, we are going to be faced with terminal illnesses. That is not rocket science. It's not wishing anyone death, but tulela ndafiati. Umuntu onse akafwa uafierwe. Mwaishba. Everyone who was born will die, and we die in as human beings. Tulafwa munshiresha alikana. Bambi malwele, bambi kupona fiafwa, bambi, you know, different ways, bambi ni accident. But ultimately, we all die. We are all going to die. And no one is invincible. And this includes Intungulu Shishe. So our presidents, they are all human and they were born on and they will die. But there is this trend about mocking our presidents during this, this period in time. When it's just natural, muntu kuruwala no kufuafwa. But if we're Zambia, instead of supporting our leaders, our presidents in these critical times of terminal illnesses, we tend to mock them. So we are going to talk about that, and I'm going to pin a number there. You can call in and state your view. But to start with, I'll just share. And as I'm sharing, I'm just going to play a video. I'm going to play a video as I'm sharing.
Hey, I'm sure you've been wondering at why Chandari posts some videos. It's because this is an election year, and it's because Mwema Zambians mwewe mwalipate chirafi, mulalava. So I'll keep reminding you. So this is just, today, especially today, it's not for you by group 3, no. This is for sane Zambians with brains, are the ones I'm talking to. So Zambians, I will remind you of something about HH. Again, I know you know that he's evil, and you want him to die because my inbox is full of people saying, oh, if it's true, let him die. First time in Zambia, I'm witnessing this. The inbox, WhatsApp, people are saying the same thing. Like last night, I was speaking to my friend. She was celebrating kitchen. I didn't fight now. That's that. Munandi was telling hey, honey, stop that. Stop. No, that's not good. That's not that. Why is she laughing at me? And no, so she's celebrating at Kafwe, and she voted for HH. So this is the hate that HH has planted in Zambia. Now people want him dead. Like they can't say it by Facebook, because cyber security law. Now they just want him dead. They are saying, and most people that are saying that they voted for him. She voted for HH. She was in fact, even on Facebook, she changed her profile picture. But she was celebrating in the kitchen. She was loud. That's the hate. Now, you hate him, I understand that. But I'll give you more reasons to hate him. There was Class Narosa, Akale, 10 years ago or 9 years ago, on Facebook. She was insulting Sata a lot. And she was a UPND cadre. She was always fun with HH. So HH knew that she was insulting. When Sata was sick, we were excited by Facebook. Class Narosa said a lot of stuff that even myself right now, when I think of them, I'm emotional. But one thing stuck with me. Clan said, Sata enda na chemba ya misu mwitoloshi. Arefwa. Kaya alikuwa prostate cancer. So enda na chemba mwitoloshi. That was maybe a few months before Sata died. That was 2014. Sata enda na chemba mwitoloshi. Chemba ya misu. Arefwa. Those were the insults. And Sada was 76 years old. Clarence was 20, maybe 24, 25. The following day, Clarence took a photo na HH, and HH was even smiling. HH was hugging her. And he was even smiling after insulting Sada, after insulting my president. That he allowed for in the chamber Amiso. HH, in fact, the photo is there on Facebook. Just click Clarence Nalosa page, Marabara Isanga. Na HH, she was smiling. That was a day after she insulted Sada. When Clarence died, she died a sudden death actually. When she died, HH made a speech, similar ridiculous speech he made in Tanzania. He said to Clarence, oh, she was a freedom fighter. We are going to miss her. So, by insulting Sada, she was a freedom fighter. Clarence was like, why me? Why me wale loyu? Ewali Clarence mwanakashi. But HH even bought a cheap coffin. Of course, we know that it was cheap. A very cheap coffin. Ewali the Clarence ni glass mukati kwati ni display ambale. Chilembale ya ma display zela kusa compounds za kusaka ibarashi tama displays babika mu mbale sha plastic bachita display. A similar coffin bamu the Clarence kuli HH. Yeah, very very cheap. So anyway, but he made a speech that she was a freedom fighter. Now, can you imagine if God forbid, if Waimi was to die today, then Lubinda or Mundubire or Makebi Zula Sandati, Waimi was a freedom fighter. Would you just imagine how people would be aggravated? Even HH, he would be aggravated. But that's what happened. Now by HH today, they don't want anybody to insult him or to criticize him. Me, I don't insult. I respect him. Though he's an evil, wicked man, I can never insult him the way Clarence was insulting Sada. But me, I just speak the truth. He's an evil, wicked man. Unforgiving, cunning. That's how he is. So, today, this is the HH that you are supporting, you Christians, you call yourselves Christians. You are supporting someone who abetted Clarence Dalosa to insult Sada that are in a chamber, Muitoroshi. The following day, he was hugging her. And he called her a hero. She was a freedom fighter, she was a hero. So, AHHU. This man, again, I don't know how many times I can emphasize. This man is evil. Look at Tayari. Though you don't like Tayari, I know most of you, my followers, don't like Tayari. But think of it. What did Tayari do for him to be in exile? What did he do? What sin did he commit? Like what crime constitution Tayari committed that he should be in exile this time? Nothing. So this is the country that that we are living in. I live in America. I'm an American actually. I don't even have to come to Zambia again if I want. But then they like Moblanda, because this is not how they live. Umuntu is evil. Right now, I'm hate speech and all that. What about Lungu? Lungu is being insulted. Even right now. They say every day UPND cadres. Oh, just worry about Akatumbi Kenu. When they were celebrating at Akatumbi Kaleisa, HH watched those videos. Who did he cancel or censor? You know what? This is wrong. This is our former president. They can't go at Akatumbi. Nothing. He sees all those things, but he's just quiet. None of the UPND cadres or people who are UPND, Akatumbi, who are in jail, nobody. Nobody. This is an evil man, HH. He's an evil, wicked man. No wonder Abantu Maimboxi, they are celebrating. They want him dead, actually. And most of these people, they voted for him. They want him dead. I can never wish him dead, actually. I don't like him, but I can never wish him dead. I have my principles. I can't even give him to the Lord because I'll be pretending. I don't like him. I don't even want to think about him, but I'm forced to think about this evil man, this wicked man, because my family is in Zambia. My friends, all the people that I love are in Zambia. That's why I worry about this country. Okay? So if you please, make sure that you vote out this evil man. We don't want HH in Zambia. We don't want him.
Okay, so that's a trending video, guys. So welcome. Again, in our country, there's always something happening. A lot of things are going on. So we have to multitask and make sure that we are covering all the news, the breaking stories that are happening in the country. So the breaking story is this thing about our president. He has been in Choma since last year, and people are worried. People are talking succession of HH, and people are calling in. I was listening to one man on a radio station to say, let's pray for the president. But for me, my take really, why I'm here today is, you know, I think for the HH, the governance of UPND, they already missed the boat to bring peace and healing in Zambia, to stop mocking of presidents when they are sick. Because the president, HH, he had an opportunity to stop mocking. For example, during the inauguration of HH, when the late ECL was booed in the Hero Stadium over there, it was an opportunity for the president to say no and instill discipline to Zambians, to say, let us respect our elders. But you know what? We are going to call a spade a spade. So the president, from the booing of ECL in the Hero Stadium, up to date, he has never raised a voice to condemn mockery or booing of ECL. We have seen this trend in Zambia. It has been happening. Bamwanawasa wale beta kabeji. Actually, the time Yabasata, I was Narishta unplugged. You know, I followed politics. As you know, I'm here in diaspora almost 30 years. So I followed the elections. I was active in the Chiluba time, UNIP time. I was active. We went to, from there we went to multi-party democracy. But when I left Zambia, I unplugged from my politics. So yama politics, yaba mwana wansa na hiya konga kopanono. Parabale betach cabbage, and it was equally bad. Mamona. From there, we come to Basata, and I was listening to this video which I just played there. The man who is here in the States, I hear his name is Chanda, is giving a history. I missed all that part. In Ekuri Basata, the only memory I have Basata is him, that picture by Navachanda with his wife when he was walking, looking very frail, going into parliament. And I think that picture already has started circulating. That's the last time I remember Basata. I was like, Baba Kashiba Basata, how can he drag a man looking so sick to parliament, to open parliament? And little did I know that there were insults insulting Basata on his sickness. Mwamona, we heard what was being said over there. Now, today, we have a story of ECL. We have all lived it. I came back to politics in 2020, 2021. And we have seen what happened when ECL lost and all the insults and mockery that ECL faced. Even before he became sick, kwa jama prophet saba ishire mkula tueba, alesungulukanga sopo, chatire na chatire. When ECL died, unfortunately, Ninsede, these UPND, they are the most unruly, immoral politicians in the Zambian history of politics. You know, but ECL has been insulted in life and in death. They continue insulting him, calling him Abamufriza. I don't even want to repeat what names ECL is called. Because in an afi workshop of India, Chimono Kobati Nebuni Walanda. but ba ECO bali bete fi mwamona. And we were here complaining until one time we complained by Salemba Kwenkala Taimo to tell cadres to stop insulting, but they have continued insulting. But now me, I'm talking to you about praising and gopo mudipano. Now the incoming government, all over HH Ngopo Badi, he still has a chance to stop this, because by HH, he's still alive. We don't know. They are saying that HH is fine. He's doing well. So if by HH is fine, inena isa mukulomba ba HH panorero but by HH put an end to this mockery. Because if you don't put an end to this mockery, naimwewe nemuka ya same way. Mwamona, you have to put an end to this mockery, and by HH needs to apologize to the Lungu family for allowing his cadres to insult by ECL. Because if he doesn't do this, mukose. If you're not alanda, if you're njishide mukulanda, mashi weyo njishide mukulanda pano. But HH, if he will not put his foot down and stop the insult, it's not too late. But HH is still alive. We thank God. And people are saying he's healthy. We thank God. So if by HH is healthy, vale konka fiose fide chitika. Vale umfashani pakula umfama voice note. Abantu vale celebrate ati bafwefye. Ushena bafwa. Can you imagine? What a feeling. Can you imagine as a person we muntu fye we muntu? Elon we presidenti. People are coming publicly. Tekwe bati vale landa fye muma private conversation. Video naturally show murumendoyo is in public. Oku aleshimikati abakashibamu na nkwe bale celebrate. People are celebrating just to hear that HH nalwala. We don't even know if it's true or false nalwala HH. So ineba HH efo ningamye mafye. Fix this situation before it's too late. Because if you don't fix it, alakatwish ndemye afyati mukose ba HH. Na ba mutinta bakose. No lupa lwa HH bonse bakose. If by HH tabata, he will not be decisive on this. Alandemye ba. Katwish. Because you know what? Abantu sometimes you have to hear. If turesa panopa page, me for example, I'm always here giving them free advice. They don't listen, mamon. Umuntu wansi akafwa ba HH number okay nangutaba ingatabalwele nshirina bwino. If HH is not sick, it is even good, because now we need litmus test. If you achitika Zambia ni test ba HH na ba imwena and ba HH bale yumfira abantu efo bale landa. So ba HH ngatabalwele, this is good because he can hear what people are saying about him and he has a chance to fix it. So edi ashiri efo nalalanda fyeine. Opo bali ba shushu pano ngamba HH mulalanda nabo muye mubebe. Ati pumulo alanda tini chance yenu to fix this narrative. Because mukashaba kashibenu muma problems. Iwama HH, if we the day ubushkuba HH wakafwa, I'm not wishing him death. But in the land of Yokwebati, by HH, but imagine wafwa if HH dies, abakashiba bobakashala shani. How is Mutinta going to survive? Because they want to, Vale Nona, they are just ready to mock HH. Vale Nona, can you imagine leaving your wife in that situation? By HH ingamwarite mama kashibeni, protect your wife. Don't let this mockery come to your wife and your family. This is my message. Let by HH, if he loves his wife and his family, let him take a decisive decision and ban mocking by ECL. And if by HH bans mocking by ECL, no one will mock by Mutinta should anything happen to him. Edi ashiru. Otherwise by HH ngataba kosefe bapange banning on mocking namalwele. Ndemye babale bakashaba Mutinta muma problems. I'm not saying by HH nabalwala. cause balekana tabalwere but tuwalishibwa tuli bantu umuntu wonse tuli mubirifye anytime we can be sick, we can die. Some people balakwata matemino illnesses yakwe bati alekitafye battle na disease. Yes, uburwere bwali kano kumusenda but lwaba mu mubiri. I had a sister who was on a deathbed for almost 3 years balalafi. So nomba umuntu wose kuingirira mu panto inenda tondo twalirwali kapo bonzi. You know, we talk about this thing because twalirwali kapo. You know, my sister was on a deathbed for 3 years. Tubalolela for 3 years. Okay, nombanga chakwe bati ba HH amalwere yabo yakababika for per deathbed for 3 years. Bakafisa because if life wonse yo tupitamu. Ine panonda pepa mi I pray that mwelesa wandi mukanse ndefe kuturo. Inshirefa yankachuli okurwala. Mwamona? So in that case, ba HH takwa bo wishiwo muntu efi akafwa. Bambi bala pona fe bafwa bambi ni accidenti bambi malwele. So ngachakwe bati baka eventually we all die. But there has been a trend of praising okula tumfya. Ba ECO. Tabala faba ECO mwalimine. Abena chama America na ponga ni ba bena FPA ale sunguru kanga sopo. Okay. Ba ECO ba fwa still mo mubatukana fye. Nomba ifika chitika kuli ba HH ni finchi. Katwishinga tukabako ngatatuwa kabeko but bakose. Because people who have been offended by these insults being given kuri balungu in life and in death, they are ready to come and revenge them ever. So now this is why we need a leader who are kwebati bake sechta ba HH ngabafuma po whenever if they win 2026 or bake say win 2026 bakafumepo 2026 bakafumepo or mu 2031. We need a leader to remove all this nonsense, to reinstall moral whatever to alane muchisungu. Tulefa morality wele mu Zambia. Kulira bambya bale tukana ba priest, you know. Mule tukana ma bishops abaiche, you know. Abaiche fi abaiche kula tukana a bishop. Abaiche fwe bana mayo wosenga fwe baba ma politics. Chimayo we chikote we ule we mwe bantu mwe bena Zambia. Honestly, you don't even know me. You don't even know me, but you lentuka. So, Zambia, we are at our lowest in moral decay, even if we say we're a Christian nation. New Christianity ya mandongo bandongo ya pakanwa ni lip service. We need to fix this. And it's the back stops at the president. It is good they are saying that the president is not sick. So since he's not sick, how social media is reacting to the rumors that he's sick. So imagine the day now it is going to save a president Nabalwala. Abantu bakala burengo mabaleshana mumuse wati ba HH Nabalwala. Waiting for him to die. Because if you are kapali balungu, people have been celebrating. Remember that day the body was supposed to come? How people were celebrating. Using words on shifile fet nishile 13 jalande because it's like ni newa filanda fide. So Emaria shayo mwebantu bakwales. I'm not going to dwell on that. I know that Chulufetayari Ashkwata live talking about succession. Na mambaka de no kulilo mupando. Mwala chimona. Because yalama problem yafika mu PF. Mure mwana kwati ba PF bena katwish. At PF have caused their own problems. Okay, we'll see what will happen in UPND when the time of succession comes. Right now, we can't say much because they are saying HH is fine. But if HH is fine, that's good. All we can say is by HH, fix this problem because ngatamsile fix problem yaku bullying aba Esther Lungu. Nganita yadi udia, he spent months sukula tukana ba Esther Lungu. Tayali spent simieshi ale tukana ba Esther Lungu kula bata accuse venda na makebi chati na chatiri. So now imagine the family and the lovers of ECL and the PF family, what they would do to Bamutinta. Chingirire mofye. Muchingirire mofye fika chika kuri Bamutinta. So in a nice mkulomba kuri ba HH. By HH, if you love your wife, protect her. Because if you chika kuri ba Esther Lungu, fike sakuri Bamutinta. Mutinta will also be bullied, if not worse. And by HH, because you are still there and you are not sick, do something. Because ba Mutinta bakaba mukashamba Mutinta mama problems. We don't know. In the Mutinta can predecease you. Ingaba Mutinta baka ya face by HH ningo mwe bakachura. Because people will start mocking you on the death of your wife or vice versa. But we are saying tefe tuwala ikala Muzambia. So nishine mkulomba ba president ukwe bachite pochimo. Let him stop this bullying. Enough is enough. We have had enough already. So the next topic I want to talk about ni topic yabu exterminator. We have seen online baba nan kanyaba ba Zambia army commander. Let me play the video. Let me just play the video.
The directives from the Commander-in-Chief are very straightforward. To exterminate illegal miners. And we shall do that step by step. We don't intend to use force, but obviously when necessary, that is our business, to use force. And I do know there will be consequences in that direction, such as injuries, the loss of life, but there's no option available.
Oh, good. They are going to go and have a look.
Of course we'll have a look.
We still believe that, as UPND, it is important, and we will ensure that the small-scale miners, the Jarabos and other small-scale miners, are awarded licenses, small-scale mining licenses, so that they can officially be doing their business on the copper belt, legalize their business. And for us in UPND, we believe in not cheating them, as BF has been cheating them every time the election is closed. So for us in the UPND, the simple answer to your question that if small-scale miners do not meet all the requirements, we will create conditions that will allow them to meet the requirements, and we will facilitate. If it's a question of registration of businesses, we will assist them register businesses to make the businesses formal. If it's a question of some capital, minimum capital, we are going to be innovative and use the resource that they are applying for as the capital. And we understand the financial wealth. So we'll ensure that if there's a matter of security, capital, we will use the asset, the very asset that they're applying for, and structure it in a manner that will constitute capital to allow the Jarabos and other Zambians to meet the mining requirements for them to be issued with a license. Simple. Chapa mkwai, tukaba tizabatandiza. We will help them to be able to get the license. We will facilitate. That's the job of a leadership like us in the UPND that understands business. Let's talk about equipment, funding. We've already said to you that part of the package for us in the UPND was really to create a funding schemes already planned for. We planned for already. That's why I said, Curtis, if this Mukukuru had not manipulated our votes, we were going to present a budget within September. We already had a template budget, Curtis. Inside that budget for 2017 was the issue of supporting small-scale miners and other miners on the copper belt who were promised jobs but do not have jobs and have not been re-engaged as Mr. Lungu promised them. So to answer your question, in the UPND we have a plan, we have a program, and we are going to rapidly implement that program.
The challenge to happen. I'm telling you what to happen.
So we'll give a mining license to Zambia, individuals or companies or youth or whoever. Then we will match that guy with $100 million on one side to invest in a mine, on another side, a Zambian or a group of them with a license, which UPND will give them deliberately, and we'll change the laws to that effect. And then we'll say, you can now come together and start a mine. When they start a mine, they run it properly, they make a profit, they share dividends, but more important, they will employ people. They'll pay them decent salaries. They'll pay fair taxes. the revenue on the side of government to report.
It's bad news for Dominic Solanke.
Okay, so that was our president in opposition, and when I was listening to the president in opposition, this is the reason, one of the reasons why I supported UPND. I am not a UPND, but I supported the UPND because of the promises the president made. But then to hear today the commander-in-chief saying these words is very sad. It's very sad, you know, where the commander-in-chief Baku Zambia Army is saying our job is to exterminate. Mwaishiba, exterminate kuipaya yoba uniwendi babomfia ukuipaya efshishi. So nombama Zambians nabaluke efshishi. Pama mind bali ulailama ama Zambians ukwebati mwachi yumfire for bachilalanda. So I'm not gonna say much. But all I can say is this is not what we expected. For the commander-in-chief to be issuing ama instructions ukuipaya abantu pama mind o babala ilet bakampela ma license. You know? So this is very serious. So actually one of the citizens and organization have reported the Zambia army to the UN for this threat. It's actually a threat. Ayama Wezeoba Bomfesheba commander, it is a threat to the Zambian people. And people have taken this seriously, and this video has been circulated everywhere warning people to tell their relatives. Nali mwanaba ama youth nobona ishiba wonse bali kujya kwine kumufumbwe. So mwe bantu bakwalesa warn our youths, but we don't want to lose any lives, you know. Fumeni kofye mupeka nyama voters card ye nama NRC kumufumbwe kona bamye bachibaleisa mkumipwidikisha. So ngana mukwata ba bruru benu bebeli ba bruru benu bafume kofye. It is not worth a life. If you matapali ukafisenda mumanda. Mamona. I am a God. Tapali no bakashiko muntu na God did yonse. So bebe ni ba bruru benu kuri abafume kofye. Inshita ile ndamone nishita na ipala maso apa. The time is ticking. We are almost there. Apape ne bala chita dissolve government. Even if you abantu bapeka nyama voters card yabo nama NRC kuya mkuvoto kubafunyapu. Mwaumfa. This is the thing which I can advise you, me from my end as your mother. By youth, don't fight these people. Nabala ndaka diachivalesa mkumipa ya kumifumbuoko. So longeni mufumeko. Kabie ni wambi yoko chita campaign ukisa wafunyapo mu August. Ishi kushide and the days are moving as we are talking. So ilili ashidi ya kumufumbo, ilili very sad. Na inde terobulanda. But tetuambyo kulalwa na bena. Na balandati eba kwete amaka ni ba commander in chief. Elo futi nomba ni na government ngatuwa chinjo ubuteko mu 2026. Tufure tuwafunyako na amaka ya mwaya tuwapela intungurushishimu. Because intungurushishimu mwashpela amaka. Yambo kula bomfi amako kula michita intimidate. No kula miso kapafira yofyo ba miraile. Bamila ye fila from there bambo kula mjeba tukesa mipa yanga tamufumine koko. So circulate that video, it's there on my page. Mwebe abantu kumufumbwe abana balumendo bafumeko. Nga mwali tuma mweba kwete ba bruru kumufumbwe kulia. Let them just live. You only have one life. Nga ba misende lobu uminish chapwa. So longeni fi. You know, we have already done our part. There is an organization now, Babachitaka report by Zambia Army, Naba Chief Commander, Pari Ojo, they have been reported. But if we were kwetiaba na kulia, if we were kaladira, when our children ngababe pa ya kulia. So, apa, ebeni abantu bafumeko kumufumbwe, baye kumishi baye mkukampena, bambyo kwa tadi campaign, pakuti, muoga siku ya bebele kulonga. Timu makebi, ambeni kubafumeko bonsi ama youth. Youth also ushkwe tenchito. Don't sit and cry. You don't tenchite ya kuikara panch no kwambo kuladira. Ilonishita ya kwamba okishita campaign door to door. Opo mulai karakula ipusha abantu ni nani otule vote la unomwaka. Ni makebi, fintu ni makebi. Yes. So lekeni ukulira ifo fine na ba misoka kumufumbu yoko. Fumeni ko kumufumbu bala mipaya. Ifintu ni makebi kabiye ni mumishi mwambi okulachita campaign. Kabiye ni mumishi mwambi okuchita campaign door to door pakuti muise mubafunyepo ababale fo kumi chita kumi mpaya kwati fishish. Zambia Army chito ya kuchita protect ya maboda. Namba bale ba Zambia commander, Zambia Army commander chinshu bale chita kumigodi. Ba Zambia Army commander chinshu bale chita kumigodi. Pantu fatwa ishwa Zambia Army tababa na active muma politics in the local scene. Eh? Why should Zambia Army be the one who kulalanda pamalia shia mchalo? That is a home affairs issue. Zambia Army jurisdiction ya wama borders. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is the jurisdiction ya Zambia Army? If you think ewo tunguru show bale tunguru le charwechi. Zambia ndemieba. Uka votera ba UPND ni shikatwishi. Because abantu ba Zambia, he didn't say at UPND or PF. He was saying all Zambians. So it is us, abena Zambia against ba UPND ba area. So mubebi abantu kunani kunani mumishi. Ngamwali tumama bruru kulia kumufumbwe bafume kota tulefaya at yo bali paya abantu. In fact, clear. Therefore, kumwana ma video where everyone has left mufumbe mubashire. But tukesa bafunyapo 2026 kuba funyapo. Leave mufumbe ba youth and go and campaign. Ifintu ni makebi. Na pera pari ashiria extermination. It's a really sad one. Kwa isa kulia shiria ba sampa ba mao sampa ba detained. Day number 2. Which is really sad because there is an article ile mbele ba sishua. Ukwebati. Our UPND. Sorry, there is a call. There's a caller. I have a caller. Just hold on. Like any batch to connect.
Power off. Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Okay, my caller, can you call back? I was on mute. So there was a caller calling. Yeah. So there is basishua na balemba article. Kweba tinga ukubepo bufinga ni crime ba UPND bonse nga balikakwa. This is an article from Dr. Sishua. Hello, comrade. Good evening.
Good evening, Abdul. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for calling. You can go ahead, sir.
Yes, please. My name is Bruce. I'm calling from the UK.
Power on.
I'm loving what you're presenting right now. The Zambian people right now.
Connected.
Because you see, Zambia
Bluetooth connected.
And if we say total healing comes home from the head of state himself. The time was ascending power from his preceptor, the late Edgar LUNGU. He was supposed to embrace love and reconciliation. Now it seems like he's still living into opposition, which is happening hatreds and bickering and so on, which has still continued up to this time. If all the head of state could only show love and reconciliation, Zambia would have been in the right path. As we are talking right now, Zambia is at crossroads. Meaning what? Meaning that the wrongdoings is what HH is supporting. I, for one, I support for HH in the election which were previous held in Zambia. But alas, I have to say myself because the wrongdoings we are doing right now, which is not good. Now look at it, the government system itself. In disarray as we speak right now. Look at even the democracy itself. Why are they following Makebi Zulu? Because Makebi Zulu was the right hand man of the late Edgar Lungu. He was going to fulfill his promise to his people in his own village. Umuntu ngakwate echiliro, kutandere kwafuma, abantu bayesa mukulosha, endele shani kumwafumeku, balele shani, chali shani. Now, you send the police to go and raid his house. That is a very wrong. Democracy is about check and balances. Look at the Reswanitos group, the cadres themselves. They are doing wrongdoings, but you're not even locking them up. What do you call that? That's not fair judgment at all, no. If only 8H can show love and reconciliation as we are talking this time ECL and Lungu would have been sitting and laughing together. I can give you the example of Jesus Christ himself. He forgive or forget what all the wrongdoers were doing to him. He showed love to his enemies. That's why you and I, we are living today because the homage of what Jesus Christ did on the cross of Calvary. We need reconciliation. Total redemption needs to engulf Zambia. Look at even the army commander addressing the nation, using wrong terminology of ways, the nation, the civil people. Who does that? That's a wrong address of addressing the nation. You're supposed to address in an informal way. We need total reconciliation. Zambia, as we speak now, is as cautious. Rise the forum. May you rise and defend what our forefathers fought for independence. For democracy we fought in 1991. Why are you so sleeping this time? You've been disappointed for so long. Let's fight what we believe in. Freedom should come to all Zambians. Campaigning should be each and every person to campaign equity fair. The way UPND are campaigning, that's ought to be done to even to opposition. Give chance to everyone. Check and balances what we need. Now, if you kill the opposition, who's going to be criticizing you the wrongdoings? No. Let's go to drawing board. I submit it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome, Angel G. So to the panel, and we are talking about the many things that are happening, including the alleged sickness of the president, but people are saying he's not sick. And for me, I've come here to say if the president is not sick, then let him fix this situation. Because if the day that the president will come sick for real, president for real, if the president love his wife, let him fix the situation so that bemutinta bekecha chula kwati ba Esther Lungu fyo bachulire. It's not easy to lose a husband and people are mocking you. People are happy about it. Abalumebo about ukufirwa kobe. Bamba nokula kubebe shat nwe waipe abalume. Mwamona. So me, I'm here to appeal to president. Let him fix this situation. Because wush kuchika bafikira bena. Ngabena ngeba kabalira pokuya. Problem ikesa kuliba mtinta. Oloba mtinta ngeba kabalira pokuya. Problem ikesa kuliba haka inde ichilema. So we are talking about the morality has gone down in the country. And I was talking about Sishua has written an article about release Mao Sampa now. Ba UPND, baba no bufi, ba to power no bufi. If criminality is, if lying is a criminality, then HH himself should be the first one to be arrested. Mwamona. But see, these people by UPND and by HH, they have said things which are not true, but they are not arrested. So why arrest Mao Sampa? Release Mao Sampa now. I will read what Dr. Sishua wrote. Mao Sampa says one lie. He is arrested and kept in detention indefinitely. HH says 1,000 lies. He is made president and kept his position by more lies from him and his officials, such as the promise to pay farmers by January 10, released Mao Sampa. Mao was arrested only after Hichilema abandoned his so-called rest to go live on TV via a call to talk about Mao's having committed a crime. Pause for a moment and think about this. Hichilema, who lied his way into power, or whom lying appears to be something he does compulsively, complaining about lying. How rich? I repeat, if lying is a crime, Hichilema and several of his officials must be in Mukobeko by now. By the way, the offense for which Mao Sampa has been arrested, publication of false information, was declared unconstitutional in 2014 by the High Court. So tapali no mulandu owa msendele Mao Sampa. It's just because they can. Mama Angel G, the floor is yours. If you are not ready, I can go ahead to talk about, okay, my volume is low. Go ahead, yeah.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Madam President. You know, you always inspire me. Now, we first enjoying. I like the previous caller who was saying about Makebe. I said, Papa, no point joining, no join. Today, actually, Madam, can you give me I'm asking for permission. I would like to talk to the President on this platform. Can you allow me? I will not, I'll be very respectful, as we always be politically correct.
Go ahead.
I promise.
Go ahead.
I promise.
Go ahead. Your
Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, as we call you, HH. Your Excellency, today I need to address you as a citizen who loves you so much, because I've come to a point where I feel the people that surround you, living Goma, those are digging your hole. Your Excellency, because if I'm Mr. Advisor, as a political advisor, it is very dangerous, because if you see, Your Excellency, fiance backfire. So, Your Excellency, in your own mind, we should go and attach Mono Kwebati, Ababantuava, Valentwala, Ukubi, Tabalentwalo Okusuma. Because, Your Excellency, Gabale Mitwalo Okusuma, as we are talking now, Balungu ngatwalishika. You know, Your Excellency, we are going to remind you of where we are coming from. You, yourself, never respected Balungu. You called him Mr. Lungu. Never called him the President. Your Excellency, your downfall started the day Balungu was booed Independence or Hero Stadium, the day he came to hand over power to you. Your Excellency, that day is the day you should have said, my people, I've heard you boo this man who you called Mr. Lungu. I'm coming as a president of this Republican country, Zambia. I will not rule the country based on disrespecting elders. I denounce whatever you have done. You never did that, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, your downfall is coming on you because you've surrounded yourself with people who have insulted by Edgar Lungu. While he was alive, even in his death, you never denounced any of those. People said, Akatumbi Kalesa. You never denounced to say, my people, I, HH, want to rule this country with love, unity, and one Zambia, one nation. Your Excellency, your words in Choma, made the division even wider. Where we saw the division as small, but we saw it go wider when you said, you people in Choma, you should vote for me. If you don't vote for me, then you are going to suffer. Your Excellency, people who voted for you, 2.8. I was in the 2.8. I don't refuse, I'm not ashamed. And I tell people I was in the 2.8, but I'm not there anymore. Because, Your Excellency, the person I believed in, your words of inspiration, of diversity in unity, according to some of the quotes in your manifesto, said diversity in unity. We come from different backgrounds, different languages, but you've chosen to just protect those that you feel are with you, and who? The people from Southern Province. Your Excellency, the division, we saw it the day you pronounced it to say we should vote for you, who are in Southern Province. If not, you will come and suffer. You even reminded us of how people were being beaten. We asked, where is the evidence? There has been no evidence. It's unfortunate, Your Excellency, you are surrounded by people who don't love you. Levi Ngoma, fire him. Fire him. Your political advisor, he's meddling into your issues in a very bad state of affairs. We can't have a country today, 21st of January, and we have not heard from the president. We were not told the president is going on leave. In the past, we've seen president go on leave. And we were told the president is going to Mfue for 10 days. Yes, we've even seen you quote to say others went to Mfue with girls and whatever. As usual, insulting ECL, who can't even defend himself because he's dead. But what are we seeing? You can go to Choma. Even when people say, where is the president? You come and tell us, oh, the president is working. Oh, the president is resting. But M23, full of confusion in their heads. This one is saying this one is saying this, and I like this one, Ambassador Mkwita article. Madam, I don't know if you've read that article, how he actually unpacked the stupidity of some people. You go on TV and you call the president, making him a small person. If I was the president, I wouldn't have answered that call, because I would rather address the people who I love, who are my Zambian people, on a national television, and I tell them, my people, these lies that are going on, I'm here, I'm working. I apologize, I should have informed you to say, me, your president, have gone to Choma because I need to work. If you are going to work for 1 month, the country will be able to be told to say, I'm going to work for 1 month. But not where you leave people. It's okay. You don't care. You don't love us. That's why you are taking it that way. Where you can go, you don't tell the nation you are going to work, you are going to rest. Only when people start speculating, that's when you want to come and tell us, oh no, the president is resting. Your Excellency, you do not love your people. Because if you loved your people, you would have told us what's going on. Your Excellency, I always tell you that I love you so much. How? I remember every word you said. You said when Sata was sick, if Sata is sick and people are hiding it, me, HH, if I'm sick, I don't want people to hide it from you. Your Excellency, they say actions speak louder than words. Okay? Your action right now, you've been off. Even if you're working, you could have come. Yes, we've seen you trotting, you walking, nakamuti. Elo kalake nakamuti. Akumulesi ndako strength or what? Because tamwende po nakamuti konso. Nakamuti kadimlenda na kena. Chishani. Emulesa ngira strength. But Your Excellency, awe. Tamantu stefyo. We love you. So tell us the truth. My people, here I am. We had to lunch 10 minutes. when there are other issues which are happening in the background, tell us the truth. And I'm so disappointed with M23. This is another thing, madam, which people should know. The president, when he's working nicely, the way he claims is working, but M23 now, right now, mute. Because you know why? Once in the dark, they have no clue what's going on. So they don't want to say and he's the one who gives instructions. So now that they cannot get instructions, they're all quiet. And you are wishing the president to no, we don't want him to die. That's why we are concerned. That's why we want to see him strong. And if there's anything, let us be addressed by the president. He used to love the press conferences. He comes and whatever. This is what people are now. Why people are now making these speculations of telling you, Mr. President, you are not okay because we know who you are. You love the camera. You love the TV. You love the publicity. But your publicity is for 10 minutes. Utuma photos and the president is in the farm. You know, I even saw a photo of his aide, whatever, camp, whatever, Wakunguma, something like that. I didn't ask myself, I was like, I thought at some point they changed and whatever. What's going on here? Okay, but M23, Badi Mudisare, madam. Masha Disare, Navarubana, Taneshibe, because Abakupele Fiakulanda, I'm sure Navalanda fact, that's why Tomwina massacre station is stories. Number, you chief advisor, no, you
Fluffy. Fluffy narubana mwebantu.
Fluffy narubana. Narubana Fluffy. No, you watch the resign. After resign, I go Zambia. I weruka ku UPND. No, my son, the party succession. But I'm going Nigeria by international advice by UPND by so now go second at oh no you
aba mone basia tabati mwene basia imfifi basia imfifi tamwafi mwene see darkness the dawn of power tawafi mwene iwe see darkness iwe ule tulepati you are the dawn of power Let's machine na uno 2026 ino. Mula ituntumba the dawn of power. Tawafi mwene file chitikefi.
Madam. So, I just wanted to address the president as a person who loves him and tell him facts. Because I've always said it, Madam President. Everybody is scared to stand up to the president and tell him, Your Excellency, let's look at things in this perspective. Even on a one-to-one, not at much to wingi. Don't do it much to wingi if you feel disrespected. Go to him and talk to him, sit with him, and tell him to say, Your Excellency, if you're mule chita, file mi vilanfia.
If we to 4 years to the free advice, but he chose to ignore us.
Exactly. And because he has ignored us.
But if I do the His Excellency, sir, President Hakainde Hichilema, me personally have been giving you free advice for 4 years. Mulanchita ignore.
Exactly.
But mule umfuira amavena siya darkness. Siya darkness. Nishta wachi mwene chele chitikapa. Naka flati kale tukana ba Esther LUNGU chikango mukolomino wale fokula lepuko kulala ndapali ba Esther ka flati kali kuisa nomba
exactly nakalubana so ishapusha kulanda Madam President
go ahead
if on the fokubeba president ukwebati me Enjochi the chief international advisor with my president here We give you advice. We give you advice. So
for free. We don't even get paid. For free.
No, we don't get paid. We don't get paid. So please, Your Excellency, sit down and tell yourself to say, once someone kava muchifungo ababena chilangwa ba chitotela abena Boma Lusambo munia Zulu bafumieni mufifungo. And my especially one Nakachinda. I love that man because he can stand up.
Mao Sampa, tewa bapele chipani. Mao Sampa enabled them to do so much evil. Mamona, this is a lesson for betraying people. Go ahead, Mama. Now, we got a Mao Sampa. Mr. President, my instruction, Mr. President, just tell them to release Mausampa. I'm giving you free advice as a chief advisor to this Madam President that release those people, release Mausampa, let the people do things freely. President, now we start the campaign. You have campaigned yourself badly because of the things that you have done. You are not seeing it. But in message, I'm telling you, Your Excellency, it is very bad. They will tell you this, and that, but it is bad. Your Excellency, can I tell you the things that you are doing? Do you know how I came to say, how by church Nalaba voted? The time you went to Mfuwe, yes, I said no. I think this man deserves a vote from me, and I made sure I went flat out to campaign for you. I went flat out to campaign for my HH. Because of that. But do you know what you've done? You've done the same thing. Trying to make Makebi very much popular. Can't you win a Makebi? Can't you win a Makebi? So then we talk advice. It's free advice. But I'm police making a sure that Makebi everywhere you go. Give him the freedom to move. That is his city. It's because of security. You know, Angel G, when police in Endeavor, Paputi, they say, let them actually protect my KB. I am praying that those police should not do anything to my KB. They should not harm my KB by police, but papata. Jesus Kumuruku. All the police officers over Tati, Chimona Daniel Yamu Bikiria Tinkara Mushala Mudia, Batinkara Mushire Mutambafie. So, exactly. This is our prayer to the Zambia police. Go ahead, Mama. Exactly. Thank you, Madam President, for that. Because in the natural you thought you were doing us a favor. If we now Malukula want to pay that you Malukula. If I were entertaining, what's I accepted? Oh, Chisuma Chimalukula, Chimalukula, Chapangol Pure Wine there. Malukula, Alas Kipi, dead. Whatever. So, I can't sunga malukula. So, church in the advice. Do this. Go ahead and do it. They are just decampaigning you, sir. Decampaigning you. So, to that to a little of respect to abantu amshiba mikwatire kofi ati yo twice voted about HH 13th August this year. Limbi kutitwaisa Afridako. Me as a chief advisor to my president here, I give proper advice. So then let the people do things freely. Forget about in my pardon all of them. You have that immunity and whatever is it the authority to pardon all these people who have become chifungu. Because we know the things where they have gone there. Nganimao Sampa. Ili ashidi akuchawama. Mwaisa mnafia tichai ya chibu, doze, chichi. Oh, katwale mna kwa tini chibu, wama nilusambo cheka. Kashi na chichi na chibu, nichinga nikani. Chai isa chi mao Sampa. Chala kukaa sama. Because na mwisha tibadaba likobali ya, they are with me. They are actually maybe campaigning with you. So we don't care.
You see? But you mouse in Gaisa, Gona Vena Mukandra, Navena, given Lubinda Bakasa, so what do? So Mufunian mouse and Patreon Mufunian mouse and I only night campaign Kukasama could never given Lubinda winner Namukandra because they made a very good team. I'm sure no muntu wesu MZ 89 akakingira palidia team akayashita campaign wamilomba ba president in free advice in mpera free advice. I've given you free advice. That's why I say let me address you, your excellence, because I love you so much. I love you. You see? So that's why I'm telling you this free advice, free like you know. Yes, Madam President, I present my case. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Powerful. That's my chief advisor there. Today, Pango take on 2026, not to August. I'm always saying 2026. I forget we are already there. Oh my God, that was powerful. But you know, on a serious note, I just want to say that you know, by HH. This is what Tulalandapan we have been always saying. HH, he wants to control everything. This is my opinion, and I can say it. If you're not by HH, but HH wants to control everything, and once enemy. Now, fast forward to Mao, you know the history of Mao Sampana by HH. Bombere pamo kuchita iligo convention ile ya leta utolo tomu PF tefyo. So Mao Sampa opo ba utani badi pusana. It's like Kari Sparker. So I'm just analyzing the situation now, you know, because what happened to Mao Sampa is not by accident. It has been a planned move because ever since Mao Sampa alishta U-turn from that deal back with it about the PF number chabinge wabako Kari Sparker. So they were just waiting for Mao Sampa to do any little thing pakuti bamusume. Mwamona. Because in Gakukonkafie, many people were writing false things about this Chawama election, including this one. So I want to know we are going to win by people were speculating. You know, it's a speculation. So how can be a speculation be a lie? You know, Chawama elections, they were highly contentious because the village yaba ECO kudia. You know, that is ECO's village. It was highly contentious. A lot of all of us, our eyes, here by election, and that day I'm results here. Na ikerepa not 24/7. I was posting and just keeping everyone updated because I wanted to see how that election will be won or lost. So now I'm here to say this that happened to Mao Sampa is actually not because of Chawama. It's deep rooted. That I'm not worried about Kasama because I know PF and FDD are going to win that Kasama. Kasama is another bedroom for stronghold for PF. There is no way you people in Kasama can turn that mayoral seat mupere by UPND. No way. Nangwe ngombe 20 shifwe. Dieni fie ngombe mwamfa bena Kasama. Ni donch kubeba. Ni donch kubeba. Techiwa mingilile mu bedroom yenu. Bese bamisende rechipuna. Ala. Yashaniyo. It can never happen. It can never happen. Apa number we have to Zambia number. Ni dundumwezi formula. Zambia yose is dundumwezi formula. You can't allow your enemy to come in your stronghold and unseat you in your stronghold. Okay? Then Kasama, please share this message. Kasama must remain with the PF faction. That is their stronghold. Niko bedroom kumwabo kudia. So I'm not worried that Mao Sampa doesn't go there because the people already know what they are doing. People know what they are doing, and what we are doing is We have to mark our territory. Our territory, we are going to mark it by our party. We are not marking territory by tribe. No. We are marking territory by our stronghold. And the Kasama Kuku PF ni stronghold yabokudia. And it's going to remain a PF. We are retaining that seat. We are retaining that seat. So I'm not worried. I am a beef yaba Mao Sampa no fiak mukaka. Because Mao Sampa as you tend, if you are to don't dine with the devil. Because the day you can feel devil, you come after you. If you Mao Sampa. I'm just being honest, and this is my opinion. They are after Mao Sampa because he didn't follow through. That's why sometimes kuikala fie nangubai such that glitter silver, gold and silver in your face. Just stay opo irina ngwirero ka ikala fie. Chimona na mayo wakwe bachi ali upo omulume wakwe le chula umulume wakwe le mwe wetuka babu ino be patient, I'm going to fix things. Umwana kasha ilinso abelebesha amono mwa umekumbali abutuka. Opo wikere parifia bino, but because of ulunkumbwa greed you ilisho lambo kubeka, you go and start following other men. Ifika ya kuchitikiro ukafuluka noko wafumini. And this is the story of many Zambian politicians. They are chasing money. After Wapepe came here, all that glitters is not gold. Sometimes to be fulfilled is not even money. Mu marriage kuchi wa upwechi upo wadi kala ula wadi kwa tempia but you are unhappy. And you can even be happy no muntu wakwata kwa tempia. Mwana mkwata a good life, a good relationship. That is all you need. Even in politics. Follow the vision. What you want. You are there in politics to improve the lives of people. You are not there to enrich yourselves. Not to Ayoku, Zambian politicians in Chito. Kula konko impia. Kula konko impia. If you want to know Mao Sampa, I am telling you, any opinion yandino. But Mao Sampa filefo babeka tida. Ni sour grapes. Because he dumped by UPND. And by UPND child bakaripa. To be dumped by Mao Sampa because all these problems that are happening, probably if Mao Sampa had stayed the course of the agreement, things will be different now. But because Mao Sampa decided to U-turn by UPND, you know, they are losing ground. They thought they are going to grab PF. Had Mao Sampa stayed with the UPND, you know, Shtanga now to consolidate power. But now I feel but Bishop Bill 7, they are still shaking. Even if the HH was boasting, they dribbled Bill 7. He's still shaking. We need the delimitation. It's only 3 months before government is dissolved. And Benny what's going on CZ? This is going to be now proof of quality by HH control la fiance. Because if we need to see things moving CZ about delimitation. Now, if HH is fit, then why is nothing happening if you are delimitation could have Bill 7? I rest my case. But you know what? If you are under thing, not what? Let me play this audio.
President can actually stop being president. He can be removed if at all a report can just be filled in that shows that he is incapable of leading the executive of this country. The Constitution of Zambia is clear in Article 107, Sub-Article 8. It says, and let me read it for you. Where the medical board reports that the president is not capable of performing the executive functions, the Chief Justice shall within 48 hours of the receipt of the medical report cause a copy of the report to be presented to the National Assembly, which shall resolve that the president shall cease to hold office and the vice president shall assume the office of the president in accordance with Article 106, subsection 5. The health of the president is serious. So I want to know, President, are you okay? Where are you? Would you do my Facebook posts by the poster? This is not helping the situation. Transparency is very important in a democracy, and I just want to advise my brother. According to the Constitution, he's trading on very uncomfortable waters because he can actually lose presidency if at all he can be subjected to a medical evaluation and is found unfit in just 48 hours. As EFF, we are demanding that the president comes out. It's almost a month of no proper communication of the whereabouts of or how the president is. It is important. Transparency and accountability are facets of our democracy. As economic freedom fighters, we are asking on behalf of the people of Zambia, rest the curiosity, rest the tension, come out and address the people properly. But wherever we want to go, our feet will take us there.
Okay, why that is BAKOSE Ndemwenda talking about what the Constitution says about the health of the president, that if he undergoes a medical evaluation and is declared unfit to be president, then he can be removed as president within 48 hours, and then Bwana Lumango can take over until the election. So this is what we are faced with, guys. Which is now coming to talk about tayari na topic iliabachikwate ya succession. You know, this whole topic of succession is unnecessary for now because we don't really know what's happening. But I think maybe I don't know, it's confusing because we have like 8 months until August 12, right? So, but HH is the one who's supposed to be on the ballot. So that now they are talking about succession. So does it mean that HH will not be on the ballot? So if HH will not be on the ballot in 2026, then they have a right to talk about succession. But between now and the August 13, Bwana Lumango, should anything happen, is the one who will take over as acting president until we go to vote. But I think if they feel HH is not fit or won't be available to be on the ballot on August 12, then if attached to Akanyeba UPND, ukulanda pali succession, Maria Shiabwayo. Twakula tambako fe tule umfuako fe mkwayo. Ni ashiri abwelio. Efye tuingalanda fi. So, and we don't know what it is. So everything is up in the air. But kwali bama see a darkness. You kotawafi mwene fionsefi. Abe now see a darkness. They didn't see all this. So anyway, if we tulelanda kofi, kaya ni mu democracy. Tulelanda kofi kwebati anyway. Fi solving anyway wene, wa HH baka bakopa baloti. Olotabaka bepo is none of our business in 2026. But for right now, tulelanda pali ifwe. Pali inonshita, where is the president? I'll play another clip. I want to feel balelanda mumushumu. Kudi ya mariashi.
Is he on holiday on leave? You don't have to find it, I think.
Yes, Zulu.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Wonderful. Watosi mwauka.
Bwena mwaka bwanje, brother Namanda.
Kauka bwinoka yoko.
Aweko ukachi bwinoka ya kumarwano.
No, kumarwano tunukuli bwino.
What over? You know Kambula, bro?
Itinda carry.
No, ambuya imekezeke.
Amen.
Sure.
The issue of fuel going on a vehicle, it doesn't raise any dust. You know, anyone has got any baba bakuru bakamba kuna mali. Mtu yese panchito ungatengeka livi, kaloko livi, international livi, any day. Kamande lifan kaone bamai kumuntu. Nda palivi. Which apply. It's only that people don't understand the Constitution. You know, going on a holiday doesn't mean Uzenda for Good Friday. ukapena pa Easter holiday simwameni apo patosi pane vari vangachita apply kuri va manager ndifana ndeko pariri ndeko kuchipata kuti kaone mamene vantu vanandira namazi vapa saka loko livika 1 weekend ani iyo ni si holiday yaiyo yamene muganizira imwe independence kuti muntu angalepa holiday chifukwa ni independence visi yanako osevenza machita apply vampasa mumadhezi yamukati mutoipati problem iripo vatosi na vazulu we have got evil minded people who would want to wish others dead. They like seeing others dead. They like seeing others sick. You have been seeing this information flying on social media, careless, mischievously, cantankerously. No, HH is sick. HH wants to die. He's on a wheelchair. Even when he is milking his animals, in Namara, you saw him in his field. Using bulls, slaughter this one for New Year. People are busy flashing it. No, he's dead. We have got evil. Zambia is a Christian nation, but these of the people are very far from Christianity. Zambian people, some of them are very evil.
In a conclusion, Brother Amanda.
So in conclusion, those who wish President you die ever. That's how. Muzasira kufa ever. Ujani simbia jema na namera mwala uja. Sazaka dwalapo. And you can pray for him. Ujasaka dwala. Anaenda masoza nanga 300 days 3 months unambepo kutwala uchifuba anamera mwala uja ni wakubwe ngoje ero muzakapo muzashira akaza Yesu azaka pesa yeye akabwe
so mwayomfuira so you know as I listened to that earlier but I just wanted to play it so that mumfwe where opotwa kwatila problem mu Zambia fwebena Zambia opotwa shupira mwamona. So this man, because he's a UPND, he is there to say all the right things mwamona. Because he's a UPND, he's saying wabena Zambia badi baivo bade wishing abana kufwa. Okay, but mwe bantu bamobene on the other side ngamwapiribuka you were wishing balungu infwa mwamona. And this is where I say we have the hypocrisy in Zambia and we need to mature. Ababaumi abakalaba abachiralanda pa is a grown man. Maybe badi kwataba kashinale shikuru. From his voice is not a young man. But you know, we practice abantu abakulu mu Zambia kuma politics amano kwati niba group 3 or over 5-year-old. This is where with Zambia we land in problems. Because the politicians, they don't behave mature. You know? He's there saying all the right things because now the tables have turned. When it is ECL, they are there insulting and mocking ECL Nava Esther. And this is the problem when you talk about Zambia. Tetule piribuka. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. We must speak akanwakamo consistency. You turn around and wish ECL dead. You mock him in his death. You insult his widow. But now when people are asking to say, where is the president? You are sweating bullets saying, HH takafwe, blah, blah, blah. But people have come here to wish me BP. Madam, you die for BP. Just because I'm giving checks and balances. You know? So, I don't know, man. We need to pray for our country and people need to be morally upright. Just because today me, I'm having a level-headed conversation here. I'm not encouraging anyone, insulting anyone. But apana abantu kana pa Facebook hapa. Mama jinga mremo na pa Facebook. Na instead you put to praise singer, but today to kana muma comments. Bagulu pufiri. That's why Charlotte cheer pantanch.
Madam, ngabone ke ntabale tukana. Alese leva mitukanga shadi mena ino shtanga kishi you could have been looking very ugly, but Tashime na so you look very beautiful.
Shadi tuna. But he said they wish me dead. They are wishing me na BP. Inesha patana BP never. I am BP free pano because I don't keep anything kumukosh. Whatever I ngana offer something in Alanda. If you like a BP must stress, some of the reason to have a BP is a stress. So paliaule if you have to careful what you wish for. If you are na wakwi, let even me play bana wakwi. Before we go, my last thing I'll play bana wakwi. Because mwalite monku imbila banenu ifirindi. Ba praise singer. Tamwaka lapide. Me every day here you are digging my grave, wishing me ubu yobon shakwata. Wishing me BPA on shakwata. But guess what? Ulea kunganda ulea sangabano kona balwala BP. After wafuma mkungu wishing ine BP. Yelo wala chitasha. Fia mwerela. You don't wish people evil.
So we know what land for finance and because back to the sender.
Yes.
If I back to the sender,
BP. On top of wishing us BP every day, they are the one who are having BPs. Wala isanga nangu ulio mwanche ulio wale tukana basata ulia. Ulio wale tukana basata. He was very young, after a sudden death. Ale tukana basata bana ever 79 years niba wishuro bashukuru bakwe. The young lady was insulting Basata. Basata had lived his life. May God rest his soul. He was 79. But umwaiche wa 24 years, ale tukana Basata. Saying things I can't even repeat here. But you know what? Honor your father and mother, the Bible says so. Honor your father in a never no coloshaps and the mumala the fact that Narisenda na mumalaba kuruna pariwe. You can't insult me. I am like your mother. Narimiema na if you are over 30 years old, Chimono mwana wandi pantu abana wandi badi over 30 years. I am chili level. So you need to respect me because narimona kasuwata mulaka mona. I have seen things you haven't seen. Okay? Yes, I have earned my place as a senior citizen because God has blessed me to see over 50 years bulecha. Watch all kasuwana for 50 years kwangala. Imwe, know your place, okay? Know your place. Ukanga ukamulana 50. Some of you mwali putura kale life yenu kunsosero kula salula bakalamba mwali funyako emyaka kuma live yenu. You never see 50. Nawe shukuru benu tamwaka bamonene pano nalikwata no mwishukuru. Ali fomu nenu yo wale tukana basata suddenly dead. Bless am sender useless. You don't deserve life. Let's all send her. If you are a nuisance to the public, let's all send her. Wengi abaya, let's all yabambi. Okay, kwa liba name for yes. But some people, let's all batate eliminate. Mulandu wabu kubokula tukana bakalamba. Bafu mene muma daipa mailo akwete na NRC. Takwata na voters card takwa refine okuya mkuvota. Ale landa pali nene wa 50 years. Do you know where I've been, what I've done? Excuse you. Stay in your lane. I'm done. I just want to talk to play video and then you can close, Mama, if you have anything to say.
Madam President, you know what I was thinking while you were talking? I said, oh, yeah, you know, that's why we are a great team. That's why you are a prophetess. Sometimes you go into spiritual realm. People don't even see it. And that, you know, imagine Pananga to Adibeba to pay security to allow Kuchipatanga. I said to pay security. So if you want to madam, we can see security. Imagine to security at 3 kuchipata. tutanine.
Eh.
No mbomba belalesa. Uyo. Security we are giving you security.
Yes.
Security. I don't need your security.
Yeah.
Says MZ8. Yeah. Oh madam, we know shati mona. I shati mona.
What is meant for evil is turned for good. It's biblical.
I'm telling you.
It's biblical.
I'm telling you because
it's biblical. Kula imafia Makebi is a free citizen. Lomba no kulomba. Kamongani public rally, yes, he can notify the police. No, that is intimidation in Aimwe. Ni lawyer, oh baleva, a lawyer. How many years does a lawyer spend with somebody the law? Oh, Ingeva. Oh, you want to dribble a lawyer? Please.
You want to dribble a lawyer?
You can't. Na balungu bale tafe balungu babuka balungu bali kumasa. They never even knew how balungu bale. You can't dribble a lawyer. Stay in your lane. Aba ishiwa kucheme ngombe bacheme ngombe. Aba ishiwe fyama law na bena be ishiwe fyama law. You know, everyone do your job.
Okay, you are not eligible. Okay, I respect the judgment, but anyway, time to bring plan B in motion.
Yes. Anyway, I'm looking for the video there, but now I Coach, why dribble? You know, you can dribble, but Palace wambokula dribble away.
I'm telling you.
Bambokula dribble away because in a year mouse and Pashisakamani Sakamana, but the real reason why Mouse Ampa is there because he never equated deal naba nabe nelo babachita yutan. So number, this is the time to get to Mouse Ampa. You know. Because mwalimu eshiba president besu tabafuayo kubapiribukira. And here you can see like whoever he worked with and the if whoever he worked with and they parted ways, he has gone after them. If you so like ba GBM ba Kambwiri and now Mao Sampa. Even unoyujeje banda tefya landa. So ngawabomba na ba HH just stay na wena. As long as he's in power, if you backtrack on HH, he will come after you. This is what is happening. He has gone after everyone who worked with him and left him. So that is the situation here Chikakuli Basam. But Kukasama, I am not worried. Di don't kubeva kuria. Ingombe ngashala isa 20 shiri eni shonse. Uf. Ubunga pokeni uf. Kuishi wa papu botel. So, I think I'm done. You have your last words, Mama.
Madam, we've had our own share of laughter. The two of us. Thank you so much. And thank you. Let me go and sleep.
La mwandi ni kuchiwa pano pa Facebook wapa ni last year 2026 tuwakula isa fetuwa chita hama tuwa ya not fila tuwa lechesha Amalia Shiengi will be here again tomorrow, but before I go like any ndi sheko bat shimba ba grassroots media na wangu fuisha bwino lero grassroots media
ndi mukabaka fwafwa mwane mwana kwachiri mbindesa waira yo grassroots media alesa waira alewepa muyupie ndi mukabaka fwafwa na leranda na le mixta device kwa ndo kwebati for ayendi kateka umbi wala study pressure kainde chilema mwane mwana kwachiri ndesa waira nomba chawa mabene bambo kurwa bambo kusta indoze na lewewa now I never take 3 steps I every day. I know what I talk about. Now I be able to Mulu PND Mlikafafwa. But PF Amarango Ziabona Poa. They have come together and they are coming together each passing day. But you PND Malabaka Mwale Makwati Ndesa Vaira. Mwale Makwati Ndesa Vaira Shakwatamano. I'm a politics to a year Shivaiwe. Who have a book Mr. Indozi, Meka Bambo Kurua. Shalandile. That is that you PND Mulika for you PND. Not to PND methods of parliament. Bambo stay Indoza Bandroba. Taria Peno Guapoka. Yo, Mambo Takan Indozu Muntu. 2026. Now I'm on in any preparation about your president Baka Indexema. Just for winner my election. Bambo will stay indoors. Narila Data Mare Umfwa. Before we take 3 steps right every day, President Baka Indexema. Just a winner my election. Lerambo Kumbepo Fialando Kwebati. I'm working at the farm. That is his farm. That is not our farm. So whatever he's doing at his farm, that is his farm. So if I therefore index them a state house, I'm your kubomba. In your farm yakwe, Gabule Mombia Stisha, Indama Shakwe, Shamwa County Yakwe, therefore service Yakwe, as a good state house at a bomba. If you have ever taken a good state, I got a good family Yakwe, take from your Zambians. Mumwe church, Gale Fire, Asangem Dekekani, Adikaloka Mustate House. Mumwe, Alafuma Kuchoma, Ala State House in Gabomba, Abura Kufam, Gari Tema Famu Yakwe, Kuchila State House, Gari Tema Famu Yakwe, Kuchila Zambia, Mumwe, Alafuma Kukwa, Tetuamuleshe, Alibella Kola Ndama Shacharo, Mumwe, Asanga Chopa, Alafuma Kurani Kukwa, Alafuma Kuchoma, Alafuma State House, Ngainuka, Abura Makufam. Abela Zambia tabamu ingisha stoka inde chilema iya kuna bomba kufamu kumwakwe abela Zambia bamu ingisha sto kuna bomba mu state house ukwika mu state house mumwele era tupoza la ista twalikuwa tefia usta mutala muno akainda chilema stop wasting our time ta abela Zambia tabaku pele sto ya kuna bomba mfamu. You are not a farm manager, you are the president of the Republic of Zambia. Zambian people, they voted for you to work in the state house, not to work at your farm. We are not interested to see at your farm. That is your personal business. Your business will work what the farm you work in there. The farm you have, take farm you have in Zambia. If your farm you have what Zambia, take to Alisha. That's why to Alikuatama farmers Valarima. Now if you have a parent that my work in there, you are a president, what you have for a farm in beer. Hey, you want to farm. Why are you benefiting? Only you in their care free. Fuel free. What upon Kanakubomba? Takwama president do ya mkufamu. Ichwe matendo kwabati. Why kila mmushitom fanswaswa? You want to tell me you are a servant of the Zambian people waka hindi taumfwa. Una yumfa kufamu. Tukanya famu yobe. Abela Zambia wakati famu yobe. You want to go in this store. Kuwasha fuel. Kuwasha wabungaka inde chile mauta umfwa. Yabela Zambia tabaku votere. Kula ikala kufamu. Kula mwana famu yobe. Your farm yobe ni Zambia. Your personal farm. Employ the manager. Employ the director of your farm. You want to have a state house. We have to post a star waka inde. We have to know a child. I'm a pharmacy. Tabakwa tenda laba. Queensland province. You are a president. Where are you? Go in Eastern province. You are Kainda Fresh Farm and Dalaba. Where are the state house from Bakubomba? If you are a Baku state, Kufamu Yobe, Fiome, never Kashuobe. Abela Zambia Tabaku English church, Kuaka Kufam, the one for Kuka Kufam, that all can take you. That's why I can take Kula Babu State House, Kula Bambela Mantu. Floods. We know I could store a bomba. Your farm will order to a farm. That is your farm. Zambian people they never voted for a farm. Zambian people they never voted.
But he has said sense, you know. He has said something which we have not spoken about, which is we have had a national disaster. Kuriama floods kuma Eastern Province Kuria. Baka inde ya Kuriama floods kuma Malawi. Teba tumine. He sent to Bunga Kumalawi. And even now, Kuboswana Valley donate meat. And this is really important. We needed to see Hakainde. Kuno tulamona basuba ba Biden yakunga kwa disaster. Ba Biden balaya na bakashi ba Biden baleya. Nanguli kwa liwa Trump kwa barasenda na millennia ba model wife babu. Balaya mumba disaster zone. But we are yet to see the president go and visit Kuria. Eastern. So how is the vote going to come from Eastern when the president has not got up Kuria to be with the people? Muma sans so Eastern province. We haven't even talked about it. Ama bridge washed away. Amayanda washed away. We have to, it's high time the next government, we have to ban kukulama mad houses. Amayanda yonse yafiro kuba standard houses which can withstand floods. You know? After 60 years of independence, turekula amayanda ya maroba. Nga kwabe mfula na le mona amayanda ya le sunguluka fiat bujukuchu. I watched one video ina ndokula pona fe kwa chidiroba so. 60 years of independence, we need to have a standard housing where these houses can be rain or flood proof. Kuno ku California ba buildings over kula numba mude mukwali ba earthquake. Kuno kwali ba earthquake. So in California the buildings in those earthquake prone areas they build atishani earthquake resistant buildings. Earthquake ingaya isaka tushefa bakula basungu abene foundation ingaya sela because of the earthquake nenga ndaira sela na earthquake na with the motion of the quake. So in Zambia, that's why we don't even have monuments. Kuma Europe kukwadi babali kula fikulu kuma Europe ama fikulu ama 700 years ago. Those castles kale they have built buildings to stand all weather, and this is what we need in Zambia. But my mom, the village has been there for a long time. But no history, no nothing. So imagine the people of Eastern Province, what they are saying. What grassroots is another issue. Anyway, we'll be here again tomorrow. We'll try to come early because tulirama binoculars no banafuluka na banda machinda. Binoculars tuletambe file chika Muzambi. Tulinavena. Hopefully we shall see the president in Lusaka.
Hakuna kulala.
Yes. Yeah, Mama, Joseph Chimbabashta Ama. He has hammered. Hey, Baume. Tualikwata Baume Muzambi. We have men in Zambia. But Joseph Chishimba, he has been Mwandini. I can put him up there. He has a man who he has been relentless. In all this, abantu badishimo kutalala awe bachimba Mwandini. Abaume. Kudos to you. And Navaland ama points. Ama farmers are not paid. They don't perform. Landeni shinka ngakuyama gwele landeni because it doesn't make sense. What is happening about by HH? It doesn't make sense. And by Angel G, you said something to say me. I blame the presidential aides because there is nothing wrong with the president going on vacation, but he must produce a calendar. But for the better produce calendar, the president will be on vacation from 22nd January to 1st March or 1st February, whatever days. But there is no calendar that has been produced. So that's why we are speculating. So don't blame us. Let them produce a calendar to say, we had informed the nation to say the president is going on vacation. Yes. He is tired, but you know what? We need to move. To feel to us, things need to be attended to. Zambia needs attention. Like the floods. Flood. He is the president. We can't leave him alone. When you have a job description to do certain things. If you don't show up for your job, certain things won't move. This is the situation that is happening in Zambia. Group 3. Leave him alone is tired. Step aside so that Lumango take over. Because he has a job to do. Page live group 3, you need to go back in civics. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be here again tomorrow. Nama binoculars. God bless you. Angel G, anything else to say? Power tap, guys. Follow me on YouTube to watch all the videos.
For today, I think it's okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mama. See you guys. Bye-bye. God bless you.
See you.
Bye.